My name is Abjata Khalif. I'm a development worker, local journalist in northern Kenya, and also a human rights activist. And I work with Kenya. I work with an organization based in northern Kenya called Kenya Pastoralist Journalist Network, a local community media organization that uses community media, community awareness campaign, focus group discussion, and creating awareness and outreach in grazing areas, conflict fields, and also watering points in northern Kenya where people rear livestock for livelihood. Northern Kenya is a dry patched area, and we have been the region has witnessed various climatic shocks and climatic calamities like prolonged droughts. We have seen cases of hostile weather which drives people from remote area, from villages and from grazing areas and watering point to urban centers and peri-urban centers. And we have seen emergence of strange diseases which were not there for last 10 or 15 years, and livestock diseases which were not there. And also we have experienced cases of severe flash flooding which sweeps livestock, sweeps home, and also sweeping people who are moving from villages and grazing areas to urban centers. And with all that, it has contributed to massive environmental degradation and environmental destruction in northern Kenya. Well, solar lamp is a lamp that uses solar energy from the sun, and the energy in this solar comes from the sun through this solar panel, and it is charged for 6 hours. And in northern Kenya, we use the people who use this solar lamp is conflict widows, women who are widowed by conflict, that is armed war between clans and tribes in northern Kenya. And by doing so, we have distributed solar lamp to them, whereby they meet as a group, they discuss, and also this solar lamp, if you see behind here, there's a little hole down here, and this one is used for solar charging and also used to charge phones, okay, mobile phones. So by doing so, when by charging phones, they get income. It's an income generating activity out of it. And apart from that one, they get this light which assists them in meeting, in discussing their problem and all other things, and they suggest a local solution to their problem, which we come and listen to them, and we assist them to achieve or to reach the goal that they have agreed upon during their conflict widowed meeting using this solar lamp. Apart from that, it is also used by traditional birth attendant. In northern Kenya, is a remote area with no road, no hospitals, and the next hospital facility from any village is almost 200 kilometers or 300 kilometers. You can see sick people or expectant women who are taken to hospital for safe delivery. They are taken not by vehicle, they are taken by camel, okay, and camel normally take almost 4 to 6 days, and that one and that one is an emergency case. So due to that, we have recorded and witnessed high number of death from patients and from pregnant women who are taken to hospital for delivery, and all that happens because we have traditional birth attendant in the villages, but they rely on moonlight in offering maternal services, that is safe delivery, and that moonlight is unreliable because they fear hyena attack. In the night they are attacked by hyena. There are many snakes there, okay, they are bitten by snake. Yeah, many cases of snake bites. So they fear coming out during the night in offering any maternal services to any expecting women. So now, due to that, during the night period in northern Kenya, any emergency case is just left like that, or a camel is brought and the patient or the expecting the pregnant woman is taken by camel to next hospital, which is quite far. And with that one now we introduced the solar lamp, and we got assistance from Afri Ireland in purchasing the solar lamp and distributing it. And we targeted very critical groups, that is conflict widows, women who are widowed by armed war in northern Kenya. Number two, traditional birth attendant, okay, women who offer maternal services to pregnant women in the village. And number three, school-going children who have no access to light and they cannot access education during the night at home because they normally use kerosene, which affects their chest and bring many other health risks. We also address conflict issue, that is offering conflict resolution, conflict transformation, peace education, and peace work. And by doing so, people in northern Kenya, they have been fighting for many years, especially two groups or two clans or two community or three community or four, and they normally fight over, it is a resource war. It's a resource war. And when I say resource, I mean pasture, that is grass for the livestock. I mean water, which which cattle, camel, goat, and sheep, donkey depend on. And also apart from that, the salt lick, that is salt, which is also good for livestock in northern Kenya. But the main thing, the main commodity, or the main commodity which cause war in northern Kenya is water. Because first there's domestic use and there's livestock use. Okay, there's competition between human and livestock because of dwindling water resources in northern Kenya, number one. Number two, there's competition between communities in bringing their livestock to the watering point to take water. And by doing so, they argue and they fight over that commodity, and that fight normally results into an armed war between the two clans or two communities. And by doing so, we have lost many lives and massive displacement, destruction of properties and livestock due to such armed struggle between two communities over water. And by doing so, we saw one thing. We saw that many organizations in the past, they have tried to bring those communities together through community education, through community outreach, through focus group discussion. But we asked ourselves, the problem is not ending. People are fighting after they are brought together by other organizations. After 2 or 3 months, there is a new conflict over water, and we asked ourselves, what new idea can we bring? What new intervention can we introduce to solve this problem? Because the war is there, people are dying, people are losing their livelihood. Every year, it's a circle. It's a circle every year. So we saw we can use community media. That is the power of community radio. Community radio normally use vernacular language, okay, of that area, okay, and it can reach everybody, anywhere, in any place, either in the village, watering point, grazing area, in the salt lake area, or even in the conflict field. Down there, people who are armed, it will reach them because they normally listen and they get news from us. They get information from us through the community radio. And we normally broadcast in 2 languages. That is Somali language and Borana language. Okay? So it has a wider audience and a very an expanded target group. And by doing so, we saw the best way is we can bring peace education. We can offer them peace education through the community radio. And by doing so, we started it. And we created what is called community radio dialogue, okay, whereby we trigger and we bring debate on cause of war, on how people, why they are fighting. And by doing so, we have never registered conflict or armed war in northern Kenya since 2006 up to date. Is a model project here. That is my appeal to supporters of AFRI and any other group, people in Ireland, to generously support AFRI Ireland, because they are reaching people in dark corner in developing world like northern Kenya. They are assisting people to coming out of conflict, from conflict to coping, and that one has been witnessed in northern Kenya. So please, I am kindly requesting all supporters, all the people in Ireland, to support AFRI Ireland in reaching people in that corner, in getting light, and using that light in addressing their problem, in seeking empowerment, emancipation, and also living a decent life. Thank you very much.